How do you actually feel calm without forcing it or pretending you're okay? I'll go.
That's a good one. Think. All right, you go on that one.
Um, well, if you think, you go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay,
I'll go after.
so forcing it or pretending you're okay. You slow down your mind first and foremost. You have got to get clarity of mind, gain clarity of mind, and that looks different for everybody. A lot of times when I say, "Oh, you got to get clarity of mind," people automatically assume I'm talking about, traditional meditation and what they think. But clarity of mind can look different. It can be journaling, it can be reading a book, it can be going for a walk, it can be just sitting out in nature. I could go on and on, um, but I won't. So, how do you actually feel calm without forcing it or pretending? Well, if you're forcing it or pretending, you're not actually calm in the first place. When you connect with your innate wisdom and your mind slows down, there really is no forcing. There's really no pretending. You have a calmness already. Everybody does. Inside, it's there. It's never going to go anywhere. You have to be able to, I want to say tap into it, access it. And one of those ways, and first, like I will say is on my own podcast, on this podcast, anywhere to everybody, it is so key to clear your mind. Even if you don't think you have a busy one, you probably do. Because I was one of those people who thought, oh, busy mind. What? My mind's not busy. I just like to think about things, all right? So, if you know, I'm serious. That's how I was. So I could think about things. My mind's not busy. So when you can slow down and start to see your human experience for what it is, and that you live inside out and not outside in, you're gonna find that you have different ways to access that true and actual calmness. You'll never have to force it. You'll never fake it because when you become your authentic self. There's no faking anything. I mean, it's really hard to be an authentic person and try to fake something. Just like in the line of work we do, if we speak outside our grounding, and for some people that might be over your head, but it's and I don't mean that in any way, shape, or form. Just saying, if we speak outside of our layers of expertise, because each of us have our own, once we start to speak outside of it, people can smell bullshit from a mile away. They can feel the bullshit. They know it's bullshit. How many times can I say bullshit? Um, so yeah, when you find true peace and I promise you, true peace is inside you and it is inside everybody. That'll never be a question again because you'll know. You'll know. It lives there. Yes, it is the knowing. It lives there. It's in you. And you don't have to force it. It'll show up. Yeah. Go ahead. Anybody else?
So, in my experience, if I've had to pretend or force a calm, it means I'm still holding on to these thoughts that are creating the chaos and I'm still believing them. But then it's like, so I made them very solid and I believe them, but then I'm just pretending like they're not there, like a kid saying, oh, you can't see me because I can't see you. And again, when you learn thought, when you learn the nature of thought, not our thought content, but the nature of how the principle of thought works, that takes away that power and the solidness of that belief. And then the more I let go of the belief, the less I have to pretend because I'm letting go of the stopper that's keeping my innate well being from coming out. So if you have to force it or pretend, then you're still believing a thought that isn't.
Yeah, I love that. It's like if you're having to pretend, then you're actually perpetuating the thought itself.
Yes.
You're
Yeah.
feeding. And it's the mind's clever way of giving you action without moving.
It's funny because when we accept, well, things are shit right now and everything's falling apart and there's nothing I can do about it. And it's like in just that okay, this is how it is now. I can't fight it. I can't change it. I can accept it. And then it's like when we accept it, then that peace comes, our mind's quiet, and then it's like, oh, well, that'll work. That'll make a difference. Oh shit, why didn't I think about that earlier?
Yep.
And it's the accepting what is, not because you like it, not because you want to be there, but because that's just how it is right now. In doing so, that takes away the pretending. It just allows your innate wisdom to come through because you're not trying to change everything that you have no control over.
That's it. Like when I find myself as like going off on one, I just allow it. As soon as I notice myself trying to restrict it or trying to change it or trying to stop it, and that makes it worse. As soon as I catch on to what I'm doing, I'm like, no, just allow it. Like the other day, I had a thought that was really horrible, and like, no, don't try and change it. Just allow it to be there and watch it. And as soon as I did that, it started to dissipate. And then, like you said, my innate wisdom was coming, and I was getting answers to things that I was asking before that I couldn't hear because I was too busy thinking in my head. And we try to use thinking to get out of thinking. It doesn't work. You'll just
Yeah.
feed the oven.
You're stuffing that oven so full, you're gonna make a house fire.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I love that.
Mhm.
Well, it's just like with other people, when we can accept ourselves for where we're at, when we can accept, like, ooh, this is a feeling and it's not my favorite feeling, it's not comfortable, but instead of fighting it, even this morning, I was in my head. I'm like, ooh, we got this podcast, and ooh, here I am telling Crystal yesterday, oh, it's fine, we'll do fine. When she's like, we're not prepared. And then I'm like, this morning, I'm like, I don't know what the hell I'm going to say. And I felt just that it's a contraction. It's a contraction in my body when I get in my thinking and I tense and I shrivel and it's like, and then things are heavy. And then I seen that and I was like, oh, we're not prepared. We have questions. We will figure it out. And then all of a sudden it just, that tension, that nervousness, the butterflies, they were still there. Still had them. My heart was still beating a little bit fast, and then I couldn't log on my computer, and I'm like, ah. And it's like, oh, but this is just how it is, and there's other options. But when we lean into that feeling or that emotion that we're trying so hard to run from, when we stop fighting it and allowing it, it's not so powerful. It comes through, and then you're like, oh, well, this is like it's sprinkling outside. It's not the best. It's a little chilly, but, this isn't horrible. And then the sun comes out, and it's like, oh, see? Now, if I would have kept fighting it and trying to figure it out and trying to think my way through, I would have been in a storm. I would have been crying when I logged on. Nothing's going right, and we're all gonna die, you know?
Yeah. I experienced that same thing this weekend. So I went to a spiritual retreat with a friend. And it was a whole big room of people, and I wanted to say something. And as soon as I had the thought of saying something, my heart like went it literally felt like it was coming out of my chest. My hands started shaking, my whole body was like freaking out. And that is normally where I would back off and say, fuck this. I was like, no, my body's just reacting to my thinking. I can still do what I want to do through this. And I did. And you know what? Yeah, my body was shaking, my heart was racing, but I felt so freaking proud of myself that I allowed my body to have those feelings. And it's almost like a part of me kind of come out of my body. And I was watching, but also doing the thing that I wanted to do. And then as soon as I did it, it was like my body calmed down. It was like, oh, it wasn't life or death. You weren't dying, but it does feel like you're going to die.
Yeah.
Step out of that comfort zone. But we just have the courage to feel it.
Absolutely.
To allow it to go through and
Yeah.
not determine your next move.
Yeah.
And I think that's where a lot of us get mixed up is we have that feeling, that anxiety, so we run from it.
Yeah.
And it keeps us from being who we really are. When really, if we just allow that to come, and yeah, it's uncomfortable, but I mean, I'm not gonna die.
Mm. and look at it in a different way instead of it being like this thing to avoid. Be like, oh, that means I'm at my edge. That means I'm about to grow.
Yes.
I believe that.
And then we can look at it. Yeah, and then we can look at it as fun. Like, oh, I'm feeling that feeling again. That means I'm about to grow again.
Yeah.